talking about Donald Trump. Yes, Donald Trump and all his drama he has going on, from sitting at the funeral at President Jimmy Carter's funeral, James Carter II, the great President James Carter II, at his memorial, Donald Trump harassing Obama, and the look VP Kamala Harris gave Donald Trump. And what took the cake at President Carter's funeral was Mike Pence's wife. She gave Donald Trump a look that could kill. Yes, she gave him a look like, don't you dare reach your hand out to me and think I'm going to shake your hand. And Mike Pence, I'm rather disappointed in you that you shook Donald Trump's hand after he tried to have you. Let me switch it, because this thing, usually when MAGA trying to have my channel shut down because they reported me, had a video of mine removed because they lied on me, told the craziest lie. Then I contact YouTube. They put my video back up. They sent me 2 emails apologizing. And now I can go back live. I just started going back live day 4 yesterday. So I'm glad to be back. But Donald Trump cosplaying being presidential. While at the hardworking, loving President Jimmy Carter's funeral, Donald Trump harassing Obama with that bad breath and that pissy pants, y'all. Why are you bothering our President Obama? He wants to sit there and enjoy the memorial. And who gave him a mean look? VP Kamala Harris was sitting there all presidential, and she looked back at that trash, and she went, oh, you black women know what I'm talking about. All women know what I'm talking about, to be honest. The look she had on her face after looking back at that piece of, the look she had on her face. Not only it has gotten so bad that his son was in Greenland and got ran out of there. Allegedly, that's what's being said. He got ran out of there, but we're going to talk about that. Hit that like button for me, all you beautiful kings and queens. I love you all, and I value and appreciate you for coming to watch my live. Let's be kind in this chat, because I told you yesterday what y'all been doing. You think you're going to choke me up out of YouTube? It ain't happening. I already told you. I will sit across your neck with my vajayjay and choke you out with my beautiful thighs. I will sit that tight. So behave so we all can get along in this world, because we have to. We are all God's children, and we need to be kind, okay? Kindness takes no energy. To be ugly takes a lot of energy, and it ages you. I don't want to see you age before your time. If you're 21 years old, you shouldn't have wrinkles, because I don't have them, baby. Let's be kind and loving how God wants us to be. God wants to be great stewardess unto him. Be kind. So we got a lot to cover today. We're going to be covering some things with MAGA, how Putin is using Trump, Greenland, Mexico again. I love Mexico. Canada again, which we talked about that yesterday. So I'm going to shout some of you out. Hit that like button for me, please. And if you like my commentary, send me a super child super sticker. Or you can look in my description and send me something through PayPal. You will be highly grateful that you did, because I will be grateful too. So we got a lot to talk about. I'm going to shout some of you out in my chat, okay? King Brian, thank you for coming to my live. Also, before I get started with that, y'all, we must pray for California. It is bad. It is so bad. Sometimes you have to be selfless and think about others. Pray for California. If you can donate to the funding that they have for different ones, do that if you can. But it is so bad, y'all. I watched the video yesterday, and I may show some of it doing this live. I watched the video yesterday. This man and his dog and his partner, they were in their home. Their entire home was surrounded by flames. I'm telling y'all, I felt their fear, because I was like, Heavenly Father, help them. Y'all, we got to pray for them. It's a lot going on. It's tough. Government Newsom spoke on it, because, you know, Donnie Boy had some words for Governor Newsom. with his handsome self. He had some words for him. Y'all, let's not be harsh on anybody right now in California because you have no control of those fires because fire can spread just like that and you have no control. I'm telling you, when I was where I'm from, I woke up one morning and my ceiling was on flame. The whole ceiling above me was burning. You can't control that. The firemen couldn't even control it because it had spread it so bad, everything was destroyed. And it actually started. The fire went from my bathroom to my daughter's room. Her room was completely destroyed. I thank God that she was not there that night. Thank you, Jesus. Because I'm telling y'all, fires are scary. To wake up and you're ceiling on fire, that was very frightening. I couldn't save anything. Anything. So let's put up big prayers for California. Please, I beg y'all, please find it in your hearts. Find the love of God in your heart and pray for California. Everybody there need it. And some people are like, well, that's what they get. They the rich people. Y'all don't be that way. We all need God's love. We all need God's love, okay? So I'm gonna shout out a couple of you people. King Pookie, hello, how you doing? King LaSwan, how you doing? King Brian, how you doing? Queen Violent, how you doing? Test the spirits. They are, I don't know who that is, but how you doing? What's up, Lee the Boss? King, what's good, baby? I know you got something for me up in here. Thank you for supporting me. Queen Vera, thank you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Queen Bianca, what's up, girl? Y'all say hello to my moderators, Bianca Edwards and Queen Vera. Both of them the best queens ever. Thank you. King Bryant, thank you. King Ranjith, thank you. I don't know how to pronounce your name, but thank you, King. Last name, Nunes. Thank you so much. Thank you, King. Hold on. Some of the names I don't know how to pronounce, so forgive me. I want to thank each and every last one of you guys for coming to my chat. If you live like in the north, we're about to have some bad snow, snowstorm coming here in Atlanta, Georgia. So anybody, be careful because when I went out this morning, it was ice on the roads, and I was very careful because I had to get out and take care of some things. So be careful. If you live in anywhere where there's a snowstorm, be careful. I'm not coming out the house tomorrow if it snows. I'm just not doing it. But I did come out today and it was ice on the roads, but I had no choice because it was things I had to do and I had to get more groceries. So I had to come out. So we're going to get this party started. Let me see. Somebody said California needs new leaders. I'm not going to say that I like Newsom. I even like the mayor there. So I'm not going to bash him like a lot of people are bashing her because she took a vacation. She didn't know the fire was going to be like this. She didn't know. We have no control over stuff like this. Y'all, that lady was on vacation and then they bashing her because she wouldn't talk to the media. This is a thing. You damn if you do, you damn if you don't. She's doing the best that she can. And it is horrible. The situation, oh my God, makes me want to cry. It's sad. New York City, what, the snow in New York City or what? What are you talking about? I don't think I'm being rude. I don't know what you're talking about, dear. Vera says she's in Wisconsin. Yes, be careful driving, please. The mayor, LA mayor, chose not to fill the reservoirs. I don't know if that's true, so I'm not going to speak on it because I hate to bash people because one day I want to be in politics. So I don't want to bash anybody right now because we don't really know that. We don't really know that, and I don't want to do that. Okay, so we're going to get started, okay? Today is Life Under Trump, Part 39. Everything Donald Trump, okay? Everything is about Donald J. Trump. Those of you that just come in, thank you for coming to my live. I appreciate all you beautiful kings and queens. Thank you so much. I'm going to take a sip of water. Y'all don't mind, do you? When you be on these lives talking, your mouth get a little dry. Oh my God, I'm reading something while I'm online. I'm not going to send anybody. It's going to make me sad because one of the people I like, her house is destroyed. She's on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I love those girls. They're fabulous. Her home is destroyed. But we're going to go ahead and get started. Oh, Lord Jesus. So this is a video about Germany and France, and they have, they issued a warning to Trump. So let's see what's going on with that, okay?
We have some major breaking news. Apparently, Germany and France have issued warnings to President-elect Donald Trump over the rhetoric and talk around taking over Greenland. Now, a lot of you guys know that over the last several days, Donald Trump has been talking about either purchasing Greenland and has also not ruled out taking it by force. Now, Greenland is important to the U.S. for a lot of reasons. The first one being that we are allies with Denmark, who is the one who controls Greenland. It's one of their territories. Two, it's very centrally located between the U.S. and Europe, and we have a base there that has been there since the Cold War. That is a radar base, and according to Donald Trump, that base is instrumental in helping us fight the threat of any Chinese or foreign infiltrations. Greenland is also very rich in minerals and resources, and this warning is stemming from the fact that the U.S., Denmark, France, and Germany, among a bunch of other countries, are all part of NATO. And should we take military action against Greenland, that would be us taking military action against Denmark, therefore invoking Article 5 of NATO, getting the U.S. kicked out of NATO, and having all NATO countries basically come to Denmark's aid, potentially declaring war on us. Now, do I think that's going to happen? No, I don't think that we're going to have this big NATO major war going on. But that's kind of what France and Germany are alluding to. Is like, hey, if you do this, this is what's going to happen. So we have some major breaking news. Apparently, Germany and France have issued.
I don't think that's going to happen with Greenland. So I don't think they have to worry because we need our allies. You cannot survive as a country in this world without having allies. It's not going to happen, y'all. Why would you want to go take something? But I got to remember, it's in his ancestry to take things. So that's why he think this is my second term. I'm going to do whatever I want. Those people are not going to allow us to just take something from them, y'all. We are not our ancestors. And a vast majority of them, they are just as mean as their ancestors in Greenland. So don't think for one moment they're going to allow us to just take their stuff. Everybody got a military. And I love the United States military. But those people are not going to allow that, Donnie boy. Sit down in that pissy depends and educate yourself. Because you didn't listen in your classes when you were young. But of course you didn't because somebody else was doing your homework.
Everybody, so I live in Los Angeles.
I love Ben. This is
I had to be evacuated. My
subscribe to
family
Midas
is
Touch
okay.
Network. This is Ben,
What's
one of
going
my
to
favorite
happen
attorneys.
with my house, but I just pray for everybody's safety. I'll just tell you what's pissing me off so much right now after seeing the devastation of so many people here. It's just the lies over and over again from Donald Trump and all of these.
Thank you. I'm going to pause this. I'm going to read what he just sent me. Hold on. Why would you ignore Democrats' wrongdoing? Newsom has blood on his hands, and we are thankful for Trump. You ignore your viewers and lives in your bubble. Honey. Let me tell you something. Newsom is a much better man than Donald Trump. And you sitting there with your black photo, and I know it's probably not a black person because what I've learned, a lot of these white people will take a black person photo and use it. They do it a lot, even on X, to make you think that's not one of those MAGA maggots. Let me tell you, sweetie, no one is worse than Donald Trump. So you want to bash Newsom and hold up somebody that has 34 felonies that will be sentenced tomorrow? Are you kidding? You come on my playground, the queen, and come with your BS. Peace, be gone. And thank you for the super chat. Okay, let's get back to business. This is Ben from Midas Touch Network. He had to evacuate his home because of the bad fires. Let's get back to business. I love y'all.
Everybody, so I live in Los Angeles. I had to be evacuated. My family is okay. I don't know what's going to happen with my house, but I just pray for everybody's safety. I'll just tell you what's pissing me off so much right now after seeing the devastation of so many people here. It's just the lies over and over again from Donald Trump and all of these right-wing so-called leaders. It's lie after lie, and it's politicizing the pain and suffering of so many people here in Los Angeles. And this isn't unique to Los Angeles. This is precisely what they do every time there's a natural disaster. When there were hurricanes that hit the East Coast, they lied and said that FEMA was not there to help the people, and migrants were getting all of the money and people weren't getting relief. Every single thing MAGA uses as a political wedge issue. Once upon a time, we as a country, when there would be terrorist attacks or natural disasters, it wasn't a political thing. We came together, we tried to solve the problems, and we stood as one. We stood as Americans. And so when I read this filth, this hate from Donald Trump and MAGA, it just compounds the pain and suffering that we have here in Los Angeles. But frankly, this is not unique to us. This is how he treats people. This is how he treats marginalized communities. This is how he treats everybody. It's always a political wedge to make us all hate each other. Enough of this crap. Here's what Donald Trump posts. He goes, Governor Gavin Newsom. By the way, I don't show Trump video and audio. You don't have to worry about me playing it. Trump goes, Governor Gavin Newsom refused to sign water restoration declarations put before him that would have allowed millions of gallons of water from excess rain and snow melt from the north to flow daily into many parts of California. He wanted to protect essentially worthless fish called smelt, but didn't care about the people of California. Now the ultimate price is being paid, an incompetent governor. Then Donald Trump says he is to blame for this. On top of it all, no water for fire hydrants, not firefighting planes, a true disaster. And folks, what Donald Trump is saying is false. But here's the thing. This false statement spreads, I hate to use the term, like wildfire, pun intended or no pun intended. I can't even tell you how many people have reached out to me and they said, oh, I heard the issue is that Gavin Newsom's doing something with smelt and you don't have water there. No, this is a once in a generation event, but that is getting increasingly worse as our climate gets warmer. We're having once in generational droughts, and this is a catastrophic event. People are suffering. Gavin Newsom has marshaled resources, and he's done that in advance of this as well, planning how to deal with this. And this is a horrific event. That is a natural disaster, and Trump's using it as a wedge issue. But all of MAGA is, quite frankly. This is what Donald Trump Jr. goes. Can we rename DEI to die? Since that's what seems to be happen to the people downstream of those who place woke virtue signaling far above competency. I mean, shut the up, Don Jr. You go to Greenland and film documentaries there as you cosplay, trying to conquer it, you freaking idiot. What are you even talking? DEI, die. There are real people who are suffering in Los Angeles right now, but I don't want to make it about just us in Los Angeles. I want to make it about other Americans who have gone through natural disasters or terrorist attacks or what have you, and constantly a barrage of, this is the Democrats' fault, this is the woke fault, this is the transgenders did this, the migrants did this. Y'all are a bunch of divisive, you know what. Hey, everybody, so I live in Los Angeles.
Hold on. Sorry. Let me go back up some. I think it's something I missed. You're funny, but thank you for another for the super sticker, super chat, whatever you want to call it. Thank you. You're funny. You're funny. You're just funny. God bless your soul. Hold on, y'all. Thank you again. I'm not going to be mean. Thank you. But I will. You throw tomatoes, I'm going to throw something stronger than tomatoes. How about that? I'm going to throw a shoe like they did Bush that time. How about that? But thank you again. I want to say this. And be sure y'all to subscribe to Midas Touch Network. Ben is one of the best. He's an attorney, and just about the vast majority of his family are attorneys. Brilliant family. Go check out the interview he did of President Joe Biden, the great President Joe Biden. Go check out that interview that Ben did. It was really good. I watched the whole thing. Really good. Danny Jr. Let me take a sip of water on this, y'all. Little boy blue, go blow your horn. The sheep's in the cattle and the metal's in the corn. Donnie Jr., you was over in Greenland, and to make your daddy look good, what did you do? You went and got some homeless people to wear your daddy's hats in exchange for some food in a hotel room. Why does Donald Trump not have true supporters in Greenland? Why use the homeless people? If you want to house them, give them a place to live, give them a place to live permanently. Your daddy got so much money, just give him one of them hotels for all the homeless people there to live in. Be charitable, like Jimmy Carter. No, but your daddy would never be Jimmy Carter. You over there, you sick, twisted freak like your daddy, putting it on your gums because you get high faster, huh? They ran you out of Greenland, you piece of crap. Mr. Newsom has a couple things to say.
Attack you, blame you. It's one can't even respond.
Hit the like button, people. Thank you.
People are literally fleeing. People have lost their lives. Kids lost their schools. Families completely torn asunder. Churches burned down. This guy wanted to politicize it. I have a lot of thoughts, and I know what I want to say. I won't. I stood next to the President of the United States of America today, and I was proud to be with Joe Biden. And he had the backs of every single person in this community. He didn't play politics, didn't try to divide any of us. The President-elect chose to attack you, blame you for that. It's one can't even respond to it. I mean, it's people are literally fleeing. People have lost their lives. Kids lost their schools. Families completely torn asunder. Churches burned down. This guy wanted to politicize it. I have a lot of thoughts, and I know what I want to say. I won't. I stood next to the President of the United States of America today, and I was proud to be with Joe Biden. And he had the backs of every single person in this community. He didn't play politics, didn't try to divide any of us. The President-elect chose to attack you.
Well, Newsom, it's a lot you want to say, but I'm going to say it for you. Trump, he wants you to shut up. And why was Donald Trump sitting beside President Obama, the great President Obama, with that orange makeup on, looking like a train wreck, sitting right beside a handsome black man, looking like a fool? And Melania Trump, you've been married to this man so long that you're starting to look like him, and that ain't good because you used to be attractive. You look a mess, girl. Go see the surgeon. Take him with you. Get him some liposuction. I'm sick of him wearing that girdle because I can see it's killing him. It's sucking the life out of him. Just look at him. Just look at the maggot. More than the great President Obama. He won't Donnie to shut up. His breath stank and he smell like a pissy depends. Leave the great President Obama alone, you sick maniac, schizophrenic. And Doug, why didn't you reach back there and choke the living daylights out of him for what he said about Queen Kamala Harris? Ain't nowhere in the world I will let that maggot sit behind me and you don't talk about my wife. If I was a man, he would never get to talk about her again. Let me read what y'all saying. Andrew said the reason we don't have help in LA is because Newsom cut budgeting That's what Trump said. Y'all stop listening to Donald Trump because he lies so much. I heard him say that. You can't believe a word that Donald Trump says. Every time he's talking, them D-suckers, is lies coming from them D-suckers. Those paper-thin lips from his ancestors is lies coming out of that mouth. And when he lie, every time I notice he lie, that bottom rack of fake teeth move around. Stop listening to him. He said that crap. He doesn't know what he's talking about. If he keep his mouth off of Elon long enough, he can think straight. Well, anyway, with all this Donald Trump stuff going on, we're going to see what Vladimir Putin got going on, okay? Vladimir, oh, good Vladimir.
This person's paying attention, and they ask if I can talk about the Northwest Passage and why Donnie Boy is so fixed on Greenland and Canada. So, if you're trying to move goods from the Atlantic to the Pacific, you can either go through the Panama Canal or you can go through the Northwest Passage. Now, from Europe, the Northwest Passage saves many thousands of miles and therefore lots of money. But historically, the Northwest Passage has been frozen over with ice, so it's not
hit that like button,
for
please.
the majority of goods to be transported. However, whether you believe in climate change or not, the fact is that there's 70% less ice up there than there used to be. And what that means is that the Northwest Passage is no longer frozen all the time and is expected in the coming years to be less and less in the future. Now, Canada controls the Northwest Passage, and it also goes right by and through Greenland. So now the future of this area and the Arctic in general is going to be super important because shipping routes and access to mineral deposits and oil and natural gas, all these things are becoming available when they weren't in the past due to loss of sea ice, right? So, and everybody wants in on this game. Everybody. So now Canada and Denmark, they're allies with us, and we move stuff through the Northwest Passage freely. But you know who doesn't have good relations with those countries? Russia. So as a nation, historically, we would work with Canada as our ally to secure this area and build it up for the future. So you have to ask yourself now, why would Donnie Boy be making threats to these countries? Why? How is that in our best interest? So it's because Donnie Boy only sees the future as us and Russia being allies and not our good European and Canadian friends. Because what Donnie Boy wants is what's best for him and not what's best for the American people. And at the end of the day, when it comes to him, all roads lead back to Vlad. Hey, this person's paying attention, and they ask if I can talk about the Northwest Passage and why Donnie Boy is so fixed.
Like I said yesterday, Donnie Boy is doing the deeds of Putin. Putin said that because of me, you are going to have a second time in the White House. You owe me. And y'all best believe Putin is going to make him live up to what he owes him. You don't mess with the Russians. No. And you definitely don't mess with Putin because he's KGB. He's very intelligent. Not only did he put Melania Trump's nude all over the Russian news, he made other statements as well. And that's why Elon is there as his handler. Elon ain't just hanging around because he want to be around somebody dumb. Elon is intelligent. Very intelligent people don't want to be around a dummy. But they both are Putin's puppets. Putin needs Greenland, Panama, he needs Mexico, Canada, all those places. But Greenland don't F with Putin. But he knows that Donnie Boy will be his puppet and try his best as a good little boy that he can be, which he can't be good ever. He's going to try, but he will not succeed at it. And y'all have a lot of faith in that demon, but he will not succeed. Oh, Donnie Boy Jr.
Right now, Denmark News is now reporting that Donald Trump's team bribed homeless and socially disadvantaged people with hotel dinners to play Trump supporters during a recent visit by Donald Trump Jr. and other MAGA allies. I wish I was making this up, but this is being directly reported by DR, a local Danish newspaper, and you have to know what they're saying. So the story begins by talking about how several Greenlanders appeared wearing red MAGA hats while posing with Donald Trump's son, Donald Trump Jr. This is all translated, by the way. Goes on to say that all these people had to do was put on a cap and be in Trump staff's video. They are being bribed, and it is deeply distasteful. Several employees at the restaurant confirmed that Donald Trump Jr.'s PR people walked around the street in front of the store and handed out MAGA caps while also inviting people to a free lunch. He also emphasized, though, that there was generally a broad cross-section of the population that attended the dinner, and there were confirmations that socially disadvantaged people attended the lunch at Donald Trump's expense. If true, this is an absolute bombshell. This is being reported by local Danish newspapers, and as soon as we get more information...
I believe every last bit of it. Not just the point that it's being reported. I believe it all. He's just like his daddy. Like for many years, even though Donald Trump had all his daddy's money, he pretended to be his own PR. He didn't even use his real name, but they knew his voice. So does that surprise y'all that his son is out there using the homeless for his own dirty deeds? What they said, like father, like son. Fix it, Jesus.
Commentator Matt Walsh tweeted out yesterday, if we're acquiring Greenland, we should at least consider also taking Canada. North America should be ours. We could conquer Canada.
Hit that like button.
In about
Thank
a week.
you.
Something to think about, folks. And someone responded, but how much would that purchase increase our national debt? And Matt Walsh says, purchase, I'm talking about conquest. Part of the MAGA fan base are right behind Donald Trump, and another part are mad. Somebody who's about to be one of the most important world leaders, whether we like it or not, is threatening other NATO allies. This is destabilizing. It erodes our credibility. But I want to go over here to the r/conservative subreddit. Dude, can we please just make things great here? Holy shit. We were promised a back out of foreign conflict and a return to managing domestic affairs rather than spending billions on foreign affairs. Trump is crossing a line on this one. He's taking pages from the Russia playbook. This post from Ben Meiselas does summarize it really well. He says, wake up. All of this is to distract you. Prices are not getting lower. Housing is not being solved. There is no Ukraine peace deal. He is a weapon of mass distraction. And I think Ben Meiselas is absolutely right. He's going to be investigating Liz Cheney, acting on personal grievances, destroying the economy, and trying to distract you while he does all of this. MAGA commentator Matt Walsh tweeted out yesterday, if we're acquiring Greenland, we should at least consider also taking Canada. North America should be ours.
Must I say, Elizabeth from Canada, one of the, part of the prime minister, prime minister, she already told Donald Trump, you don't want this. Little boy, sit down and behave. That's what she pretty much said, because I showed y'all what she said yesterday. Do I need to show y'all again what Elizabeth had to say to Donny Boy? She read him down to that pissy depends. Yeah, that's what she did. Must I go and try to find her video again to show y'all? Because I truly and surely enjoyed her. Wait one moment. I got to find her. Yes, God. She read old Donny Boy down to that pissy depends that President Obama hated that he was sitting beside him because he smelled a mess. Let's not forget when he was in, France? And them people was laughing at Donny Boy because he smelled so bad. Let her tell you again.
No, sorry. And I really also take offense. Sorry, Mr. Trump. Took offense to your idea.
Tell him, Elizabeth. Tell him. Hit that like button.
Conservatives. Wayne Gretzky, I mean, he's great. He is the great one. He skates to where the puck is going. It's not going to MAGA. The puck is on a Canadian ice rink. And by the way, Mr. Trump, please, before making public pronouncements that Wayne Gretzky should run for prime minister, give yourself or get yourself a briefing on the nature of parliamentary democracy, a Westminster parliamentary system, and a constitutional monarchy where no one runs for prime minister. We have elections for members of parliament. We don't get to pick and choose among our billionaire friends for who gets a seat at the cabinet table. If they're not an elected member of parliament, well, Canadian system is different from that of the United States of America. I suggest that Mr. Trump find one of his grandchildren's school books and look at the year 1776, which may explain a few things to him about why our systems of government are different. I don't want to belittle Mr. Trump, but on the other hand, hey, Donald, have we got a deal for you? You think we want to be the 51st state? Nah, but maybe California would like to be the 11th province. How about it? California? Oregon? Washington, you've got geography in common with us. And not only that, we've already got a carbon trading system between California and Quebec. We've got some strong alliances on our west coast from British Columbia. There's been a lot of academic papers on the idea of Cascadia. So California, Governor Newsom, and Washington State, Jay Inslee, and newly elected Governor of Oregon, Tina Kotek. How about it? Want to put a referendum to your citizens? Because this is what you deal. Have we got a deal for you? This is what you get. Free health care.
Hey, Elizabeth said, we'll come take California, Oregon, and Washington, D.C. from you. Now, he pissed off the president of Mexico, Claudia Sheinbaum. She's threatening to come back and get, hey, what belongs to them. California, Texas, New Mexico, a couple more of them. It's about 6 or 7 that actually belong to Mexico that was stolen from them. Yeah, so you would never be able to call it Gulf of America. It will always be Gulf of Mexico. Good old sweet Mexico. Yeah. Then it would never be any more 50 states because you want to make it several states more than 50 states, which they're not going to allow you to do that, Donnie. They're going to come back and take what they feel are theirs. So who can join them? You think you bad? You ain't Michael Jackson bad. Elizabeth is Michael Jackson bad. President Claudia Sheinbaum is Michael Jackson bad, and Beyonce too. Who? Because when she showed that map yesterday of what really belonged to Mexico, she shut you down. You don't read. You don't do research, Donnie. I've been showed the map that a lot of those states here in this country originally belonged to Mexico. They are part of the original people that were here. The white man has tried to erase history. That's why we don't know those things. Now they're attacking us black people and removing our history. But we would teach our own. Yes, we will. Farrakhan Ben said this was going to happen, and it's happening. Let's get back to business. Oh, let me show y'all which the Mexican president, since y'all are so smart.
Claudia Sheinbaum claps
the
back
MAGAs ain't smart at
a map
all.
from 1607 to say that parts of the United States should be renamed Mexican America.
Because it belongs to them.
Obviously, Gulf of Mexico is name recognized by the United Nations. It's an organization of the United Nations, but the next question is, why don't we call it Mexican America? It sounds nice, doesn't it? Right. Since 1607, the Apatzingan Constitution referred to it as Mexican America. So, let's call it Mexican America. It sounds nice, doesn't it? And Gulf of Mexico, well, you see, since 1607, and it's also recognized internationally. Well, historically speaking, because as you might know, I know they're going to ask me. I think that yesterday, President Trump, they misinformed President Trump, with all due respect.
They misinformed that orange man. He always talking out the side of his neck. Donald Trump is ghetto. He talks ghetto. He's ghetto. And it has nothing to do with us black people. He's ghetto because he's dumb as a bag of rocks. And he doesn't know his history. Although the white man has continuously tried to erase history, even tried to erase history from the Bible. That's why we are dumbfounded in so many ways here in America. Because our history has been deleted. But I thank you, Jesus Christ, that some things can be found if you dig hard enough. Somebody need to dig in Donald Trump's brain and operate inside of it. As you all know, Donald Trump has to go to court tomorrow. He has tried everything, his little hand power, to get out of being sentenced tomorrow. He says, I am president-elect. I have certain privileges. Boo-boo, no you don't. Donnie boy, no, that's not true. Those privileges do not kick in until you in that White House for MAGA, okay? Not for me, for MAGA.
Donald Trump is throwing another temper tantrum. I know. What a surprise. He's trying to have his lawyers block Friday's scheduled sentencing for his 34-count felony conviction in his New York hush money trial.
You're like a squirrel.
The only one of the 4 criminal
that is
cases
the ugliest
Trump faced
man
last year
ever.
that made it to a jury. First, they
He's
made the
so
case
ugly.
to Judge Juan Marchand yesterday, claiming that until Trump's appeals involving the Supreme Court's presidential immunity ruling are fully resolved, he cannot face sentencing. In just the last few hours, Judge Marchand denied their request, calling their arguments a repetition of those they have already made unsuccessfully in the past. Trump has not hidden his disdain for Marchand, whining online over the weekend again about the lone judge who has not allowed him to evade criminal accountability. And Trump's legal team has already filed its petition with the New York Appellate Court, seeking to go over Judge Marchand's head and again try to delay the sentencing until after his inauguration, when he will become untouchable. Now remember, Judge Marchand indicated last week that he would be giving Trump essentially a slap on the wrist with no jail time, probation, fines, or any other real punishment which he would deserve, and would instead simply affirm the jury's verdict and let the felony conviction stand. Now, mind you, it's unlikely that any other defendant found guilty of such crimes would get that sort of light treatment. But of course, that's not enough for Trump, who clearly believes he's supposed to get away with everything, civil or criminal. Sentencing means he will forever wear the label convicted felon, the first U.S. president to hold that dubious title. Donald Trump is throwing another temper tantrum.
Please subscribe to Joy Reid's YouTube channel. He will forever wear that title of felon. He has 34 felonies, MAGA. Why he sit beside the great President Obama with no felonies, no criminal record whatsoever. He even has a mugshot that MAGA proudly wears on their t-shirts because they love vibrational. They burn in the elevator and go all the way up.
Ready, three. Ready, eight. Ready, three. Ready, eight. Ready, three. Ready, eight.
He and there sitting with among some of the most educated, greatest people. And the dummy is Donald Trump, the only one in there, him and Melania, the lowest vibration in the crowd. Oh, Elon.
The reason why Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy want H-1B visa workers is because they can exploit them better.
Lower wages, right?
And Elon did this with Twitter. He went to Twitter and he fired 50% of the staff, right? Immediately, day one. He fired all those people. The only employees he retained, he kept, were H-1B visa workers. Why did he do that? Because those guys, if they get fired, they're going to get deported. So now you can force those guys to fucking stay there all day.
Hello,
every day,
Queen
sleep at the
Juju.
office. They're basically indentured
Hey,
servants.
Queen.
That's what Elon Musk wants. That's what wealthy people want. They want to be able to get the most amount of time and productivity out of each individual employee. And the more vulnerable you are, the fear of deportation, the easier it is for your boss to turn around and be like, all right, I'm calling you up at 10 p.m. on a Friday afternoon. Oh, you got a fucking family emergency? You better get your ass in the office right now. I got a problem. The reason why Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy...
Elon don't want to hire you white techs. Elon said that your white race is dumb. That's what he said. He'd rather hire foreigners so he can control them more and threaten them about their visas. When Donnie Boy has promised the American people that he will get rid of the immigrants to hand over jobs to them. Why? Because the white man's supposed to be more superior. Donnie, well, Elon said no. And who did Donald Trump side with? He signed with Elon Musk to keep the H-1B visa people coming into this country. They are foreigners. They are immigrants. Migrants taking your jobs, white man. And you've been threatened all these years about the black people getting the jobs because they're going to school, getting their education, because we have to work 10 times harder than you. And you get a job without the education. The black people have to go get that education. And even once they get the education, y'all want to call them a DEI. But who has benefit from the DEI? White women. Mhm. But y'all hate us. We don't hate you. We love you through the love of God, because you can't live on this earth and go to heaven without the love of God. You can't. I'm going to read some of y'all comments. Muff Man said, keep hating on Trump. That is what actually helped him win. You're doing a DAMN good job. Okay. King Ryan, I don't know what that is, but okay. King Reagan said, what does color have to do with anything, lady? Oh, color has a lot to do with it, because Ryan, y'all want to claim you voted for Donald Trump because of eggs and gas. You voted for Donald Trump because you didn't want to vote for a black person. You didn't want another black person in there because you love vibrational. You can't handle a woman being president. You can't handle that she's black and Indian being president. Y'all didn't want another black person to win. Y'all didn't want to have to own up to how educated black women are. She's more educated than you and me. And she's hell of a more educated than Donald Trump. His education can't sit with her and Doug. Nor Melania. Because we all know what she did in her past. And that's why he wanted her, because she was dumb as a bag of rocks. She had looks, but she don't have her looks anymore. She don't have them anymore. She looked like a mess because she's been married to that sack of SHIT so long. He has brought her down, brought her looks down. Get back to Dunny Boy.
We're going to be changing the name of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America.
Hit that like button. Thank you.
So that was Donald Trump at his first press conference at Mar-a-Lago since his election has been certified, trying to claim that he was going to change the name of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America. It went on like that for an hour, just a rant of incoherent ramblings. It was scary, very scary. I'm only half joking here when I say, you know what name change we're really going to have to do? Change the name of the White House to the Rubber Room. He went on an epic rant about how much he hates windmills, wants to ban them. He went on a rant about not enough water coming out of shower heads. He wants to potentially use economic and military force to get Greenland, economic military force to get the Panama Canal, threatened to use force in the Middle East. And I forgot about Canada. He wants to use economic force to take over Canada. Donald Trump is already drunk with power, and he's not mentally fit to be president. I'm not exaggerating here. Donald Trump is woo-woo-woo touched in the head. He's completely unfit for office. And the sooner we come collectively to that realization, whatever we do, the better off America will be.
Says we're going to be changing the name.
But MAGA would not realize it until it's too late. They wouldn't. The hate that's so deep down in their hearts for people of color will keep them on his nuts. This is what I was talking about earlier, y'all. And this really broke my heart. This right here in California. Look at that. The entire house is surrounded by fire. We must pray for California, you guys. Put in a huge prayer for everybody there. It doesn't matter if they're Democrat. It doesn't matter if they're Republican. Pray for all the people in California.
Don't worry about that, dude. Okay. Oh, shit. Scary. Yeah. Plastic is gone, dude. Yeah.
That is scary. Cosplay King, let me find your message. Kevin, keep supporting the channel with your hate. Let me tell you something about I learned about you. White people like to get on here with that. Nobody hate is worse than your hate you have for black people. Nobody's hate. It is in your DNA, in your bloodstream, your ancestry. You will never have love for nobody but the white power. So you come in my chat every day and you hate me, but you think about me daily. Why? Because you want to come over here and look at this 51-year-old woman with no Botox or anything in her face, extremely beautiful, with her nice beauty mark in her own real long hair, and you think about me every night you're in bed with your wife. While you with her, you're imagining me taking my red nails down your body. It would never happen. You come in here every day with your BS because you wish you could put your lips on these nice, full lips given to me by God, not by a needle that your wife has to get put in her face. No, everything from God. You wish you could kiss these nice, thick, plump, black lady lips with the red lipstick on. You wish, and you come in here every day with your hate. But when you go to bed at night, all you think about is me. Your wife has nothing back there, so you want to grab mine, don't you? It will never happen. So keep coming over here and admiring my black beauty like your ancestors did to my slave ancestors. They raped them. And you rape me every time you come to my channel and watch me. You rape me with your eyes, with your hateful words and the thoughts in your mind. Be gone and never come back. But you can't help yourself. You got to keep coming over looking at this beautiful black queen. Her pretty white teeth, her nice skin, with all that melon. You have to come over here and lust after me. But you'll put stuff in the chat to make yourself feel good. That's mean. You do that. You may hate my skin, but you lust after me every day you come in my chat. MAGA lust after me every day because the women wish they had skin like mine. They wish they had my nice full lips that I don't have to go get anything done to them. And I don't get Botox, and I'm 51 years old. My neck still looks good. No lines and wrinkles. And you come in my chat every day, MAGA, with your BS. And you wish you look as good as me. And you MAGA men wish you had a woman like me. That's why you come over here every day, to harass me and bully me, but it doesn't work. Goodbye, MAGA. Every day you're in my chat, wishing you had this beauty in your bed at night. Every day you're in my chat, when your wife in the car with you, you hold her hand and imagine it's me. Because your ancestors did the exact thing you do, lust after black women. You in my chat every day harassing me because you want me. You want to touch me. You want my hands to rub down your back with these beautiful red nails. You want me so bad. You lust after me every day and you can't get enough of me. You're in here every day harassing this beautiful black woman. Your grandfather still think about my grandma, you know that? All the things he wanted to do but couldn't do because she was mean as fuck like me. I would cut it off before I ever. You better be glad I went back there back then because your great-great-grandpa would have had it cut right off. And I would have took whatever would have happened to me after. I'm worse than Harriet Tubman. You want to F around and find out? I got plenty of white chairs for your ass. Hit the like button, y'all. Those of you who are left in here, hit that like button. Again, we must pray for California. They need us. We need them. We're all Americans. We need them and they need us.
Assume the worst.
Assume the most sinister. In this era of Trump, the last 9 to 10 years, we just haven't used our imagination. Assume the worst. Mike, it's not going to be a circus. This is more dangerous. Donald Trump has convinced millions and millions of Americans that the Justice Department is our enemy. The FBI is our enemy. Our intelligence community is our enemy, this deep state. So this is going to be 4 years of tearing down these institutions, Michael, just like Donald Trump successfully tore down our elections system. Yeah. Same thing. Assume the worst. Assume the most sinister. In this era of Trump, the last 9 to 10 years, we just haven't used our imagination. Assume the worst. Mike, it's not a...
The worst is yet to come. January 20th, he will be sworn in. A sad day to come. But tomorrow, he will receive his sentencing. He will forever be a felon. He has 34 felonies. I've never heard that in my life. Never. And you would have thought the great Barack Obama, a black man, because they love to label us as criminals, would have felonies. But he don't. That's a big, fat, orange, white man with felonies. 34 felonies. Yeah. King Gary Bullock says January 20th. That's when hell gonna begin for you MAGA people because you voted for him. The Gulf of Mexico forever, baby. Stephen Patterson, you have to use a fake one with your wife because your thing like that. That's what's fake. You have no melanin in your skin, so it's like that. Okay? No melanin. And I know it's wrinkled with gray hair down there. It's stinky. Ellie says you don't know what you're talking about. I'm talking about your mama. What you gonna do? Nothing. Gary Bullock, as I stated before, y'all love to call everybody racist, but you can't own up to you racist, and you can't own up to Donald Trump racist. You are part of a cult that hates black and brown people. But you, with your raggedy ass, come in my chat every day. You want to show me your size. It's too little. Little men should never be able to run their mouth in my chat. A man that's walking around this size and his wife go be with a black man when you ain't around, your wife sneaks around with a black man, trust me. And Daryl Hunt, your wife already told me your size. It's stuck up in your stomach. Shut the fuck up. Manna Black Cult Leader, talking better. Y'all better listen to the Black Cult Leader. You can call me Farrakhan, baby, and Malcolm X. Thank you, King JB. Butas, thank you. Busters, thank you. Thank you for your compliment. Steve Patterson, this woman is crazy and delusional. Oh, you want to call me crazy and delusional, but you honestly sit and believe your daddy, your savior, that people eating cats and dogs? You eat boogers. Okay, y'all, we're going to be getting up out of here. Thank you all for coming to my live. It has been great bashing Donald J. Trump. As I stated, he cosplayed being a president. He wasn't a president in 2016, and he spent every day cosplaying. Why our president, the great Joe Biden, is still in there. He's cosplaying being president now. He ain't even president. Mega